109.
109?
109.
Just notice said he'll be 5 minutes late.
We'll count him.
And we are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome once again to another episode of Crafting a Chat. We are joined here by the normal cast, minus one who'll be 5 minutes late. Myself, Genesis, Adam, the fatty with the platty, and then the one who won't shut up, Kevin.
I texted Desinoto and I said we'll count him.
Good.
So just everyone
And I
knows.
count him. Exactly. We're gonna count him just like we pound him. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
What?
Anyway, gentlemen, how are we all feeling tonight? It is a lovely
Good.
Tuesday evening. Weather's getting a little cooler now because we're in September. How's everybody doing? Good?
Real good. Real good.
Good.
Of course.
Gentlemen, what do we... I don't know what sign that is. Gentlemen, what did we all play last week? Anybody want to start us off? I think I'll start us off since I didn't do much of playing things, and I kind of already guessed what Kevin's played already, but I played Soul Hackers 2 quite a bit last week. I think I'm in the double digits for hours already for that game. Game's real cool, game's real fun. It is definitely filling a percentage of the void that Persona has left in my soul. So it's not exactly gonna fill it, but it's given a good effort at filling that hole. I don't know if I played anything else. I don't think I did. I don't think I played anything else. Did I play anything else, Adam?
No.
Alright. Can always count on you for knowing that stuff. Kevin, I think you
Yo.
played Destiny too?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did.
I was like, oh my god, the first time.
No. I won't be playing much more, though. This season's kind of boring. A lot of missed opportunities, but that's okay. That's alright. It happens every once in a while.
I mean, we'll
Destiny
see what
2.
happens with Lightfall. You already have that pre-ordered, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, I pre-ordered that as soon as I had the opportunity to do so.
Yeah. So we'll see what
Got the
happens with
$100
Lightfall.
pack, Got the annual
Nice.
pass for that. Got the
Nice.
exotic assault rifle / grenade launcher.
I'm happy
And,
that I'm happy that you're excited for that one there. That's
you know
supposed to
what
be
else?
launching. Yeah.
You know what else?
What else?
Bought a new game.
What'd you buy?
Bought Cursed to Golf, and I played some
Oh
of that
yeah,
too.
I remember you were playing that.
And yeah, that game is super freaking fun. I'll review that. Give me some time. I want to actually progress. It's a roguelike, so it might be a little bit, but I want to review it when I get at least halfway through the game. So
Absolutely, Crafting Chat. Looking forward to when Kevin reviews Cursed Golf.
First impressions, real quick. If you like roguelikes and puzzle games, check this out. At least look at it because it's quite unique. Don't let it being a golf game dissuade you from getting it. This is much more a puzzle game and more about player skill than knowing anything at all about golf. So there you go.
Heard it here first, folks. Make sure you take a look at that game. Give it a shot. Kevin recommends it.
If Kevin recommends a game too, I'll tell you that.
Oh my, yes, it does actually. I was listening to the soundtrack. I was like, oh my god, this reminds me of some older games that I've played back in the day. My god, good soundtrack. I definitely give a plus to the soundtrack for what I heard. But we all know when Kevin recommends a game, if you don't play it, he'll come to your house and kill you in the nighttime. So make sure you play that game.
I give it
Adam.
up for Lent.
I see. Adam, you changed the sign. Are you implying that I am the new fatty and
No.
you're the less fatty?
No, I've lost 12 pounds.
Wow.
So.
And I've gained 12 pounds. So you're just transferring.
Now you
weight
gain
to
more
me
than
at
that
this point.
if you're at the weight you said you were. I doubt you are, but just saying. You said. Oh, that's not good.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just doing something.
Adam, what you play?
Absolutely nothing. Haven't played anything.
Wow.
part of my weight loss journey, I gave up video games. No, I'm just kidding. I just haven't played anything. Haven't really been in the mood for anything. I think I'm just disappointed with the Slime Rancher trophy that I'm just stuck on. I gotta be honest, Kevin. There's a guide, and I could follow it, and I have to study it and learn it. It's about an hour and a half long. So I have to study it and learn it and follow it. And then I also, there's a little bit of RNG. Not too bad, but there's a little bit. So I have to follow, learn it, and get lucky. And I just haven't dedicated the time for it yet. And I don't know if I will. And I'm like, what do I want to play? And I'm like, I want to get into Stray, and I also want to play Kena. And I want to play, because I bought Kena. I installed that. Bought that used. Right. Got everything in the copy. That was cool. Very exciting. Got it real cheap. But yeah, I haven't really played anything. I watched some people play some games. By some people, I mean one person. One late man, some would say. Mm-hmm. Late not because he's pregnant. Late because he's probably doing something else. He's an idiot.
He's taking a shower.
He's taking a shit. Sorry, guys.
The infamous shower.
The infamous shower. A golden shower, some would say.
Oh.
Wow. Oh no.
If Infamous had a themed shower, do you think the lightning would just come from the faucet and shock you while you're in the shower instead of water?
Cole cannot get wet. He can only take sponge baths. That is addressed in the first cutscene in Infamous.
Well, I stand corrected.
Look at that.
Fun little fact there.
You know.
Leave it to Adam to know. Leave it to Adam.
It's in the first cutscene. Of course I know.
I think you're also doing a cleanse on the side of video games, just getting yourself ready and hyped up and pumped up for God of War Ragnarok.
I gotta be honest, it's a little bit of that going on right now. I just want to make sure that I'm in the mood the day that game comes out, because if I'm just not in the mood, I just won't be in the mood. But I requested the days off. I got 2 days off to play that son of a gun, and it's gonna be good. I'm excited. Can't wait.
Beat it in 2 days, and I'm just gonna be sitting here I just got my copy and I haven't started yet.
I'll be like, guys, I can't believe Kratos turned into a bird and pooped on Freya's head. It's crazy.
I know who Freya is now.
I know you do. I already know where you are in the game. Don't worry.
Oh my god. The fact that he's now playing all these things, it makes me proud.
He's now understanding everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Got a hostage situation going on.
That's not me.
Yeah, we know it's not you, Kevin.
No.
Kevin, what are you doing?
Kevin, are you taping up another hostage?
No, never.
Based on what he said, it might be him. Might be him. Could definitely be him.
No, it's Adam.
As one of these people, tape up a person to the wall and tell them
not a person. I'm taping an Amazon box
with a person in it.
Oh, so it was you.
Yeah, 100% it was me. 100%.
The squirrel that's living in his wall is inside that box. He'll be up.
Kevin, good news. They finally fixed my roof and stuff, so no squirrels. So you can't get in. I don't know if there was a squirrel in the wall when they sealed everything up, but they finally fixed everything. So, I mean, yeah, I don't. Hopefully, it wasn't in there. But also, now there's a hole in our kitchen. Forming on the ceiling, and there's a crack, and it's getting worse, and it's starting to bulge. So I don't know if they did that when they were. What did my mom just texted me? Are you taping something? Interesting. I'm gonna say no. That was Kevin. So, yeah. So no squirrels.
Cool.
All good on that, but yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope.
I watched. Finished Sandman. I think I mentioned that last time, but then I watched the bonus episode of Sandman finally. That was just a random bonus thing that they put out. It's got a couple stories. It's the first part is an animated segment about cats and how they dream. Pretty interesting. I don't think it's worth checking out if you don't watch the whole show, so I wouldn't bother. I'd still recommend the whole show. But the second part is about a muse, an actual person who's a muse. It's one of Zeus's daughters, and she's a woman who gets passed down from author or artist to whoever. like a creative type, and if you're kind to her, she'll share her gift with you, and then you'll be able to do whatever creative thing because she's a muse. But there's an author who figures out that if you abuse her, like horrible things, then you can get the inspiration out of her anyways. So this novelist who's struggling to write, just ends up like owning her basically, and he abuses the hell out of her, and he gets to write another novel because she inspires him. And the craziest part of that episode, the first line the woman spoke, I screamed out loud because it's Cassandra, the voice actress for in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I was like, oh my god! Because I spent like 140 hours with that woman, and I was so excited to see her. Also, that woman, good for her. Good for her. They make an Assassin's Creed Odyssey movie. She better be in it. She better be Cassandra.
I did read that a lot of people are like, please have her be Cassandra.
She is my choice for Wonder Woman in the Wonder Woman Monolith game. So hopefully picked kind of a typecast role for her, but I think she's great. She's a great actress. So really dug her as Cassandra. She was also great in that episode. Like just a really sweet, like very sad story. But real good show. Highly recommend Sandman. Watch that.
Cool. Destinato, we've heard that you're playing a game. You want to tell us what game you played?
Yeah, Destinato, what are you playing? I'm not just saying this to distract people from noises.
I've been playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's up it again.
Over there playing Manhunt.
God of War 2018.
Timing. He's timing the talk. So God of War 2018. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's been going pretty well.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
Adam here told me you beat the dragon already. Did you face a traveler yet?
Who?
Did you face a giant person in like a bunch of armor? He looks like a giant knight.
He has a big sword.
Huge sword.
I don't think you fought him yet.
A traveler's sitting around where the dragon is.
Yeah, but you have to explore. I don't think you explore. No, you're thinking of the other one near the other two.
I went to I released some dragon.
Yeah, the big one that you fight with the QTE and.
No, you released one.
No, I did beat that dragon, but I released another one. I think that was Fafnir.
The one you released, there was a room off to the right. Did you fight a man in that room?
Yeah.
He was a big knight with a giant sword?
Yeah, very strong.
He fought a traveler.
So you killed the traveler, okay.
I killed him.
How difficult was that to kill him?
Took me a few times, like 4 deaths.
Was he a purple boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was he, level 4 and you're still level 3?
I think by my playthrough he was like level 6 or level 7. I was like level 3.
No, he was 5.
Definitely probably higher level than me. I'm not sure how much.
Yeah, I think he's 5 normally. He might be 5. He might have been 5 for you.
But I'm in hard. I was playing in hard because he's playing in normal.
Yeah, that's why I said it's 4 for him.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was 5 for you.
Oh. Yeah, that thing is when you fight multiple of those, oh my god.
Multiple.
Oh yeah. Wait till you have to fight more than one of those. It's great. It's lovely. It's so much fun.
How great How lovely.
It's like
How much fun?
daddy just making mommy scream fun. That's how fun it is.
Whoa.
This is a family show.
I didn't say anything wrong. It's a family show, exactly.
Daddy's
Daddy and
making mommy scream, and the kid understands. And just
Kid will
saying.
understand. He's gonna
Why
think
is
the mom.
Daddy wearing that costume, you know?
Yeah. I don't know why
Scared
daddy's
mommy.
wearing the costume and.
Why is mommy
yeah.
wearing a ball gag?
Oh, God.
Now, okay, I don't think a child would know what that is.
Everyone knows what a ball gag is.
I'm sure everybody does.
Kevin?
I'm sure everybody
You know what a
does.
ball gag
What?
is.
I do.
See? If Kevin knows, everyone knows.
Oh, wow.
I guess Kevin is the opinion of
I didn't
everyone
know
else.
that I was the benchmark for people's knowledge.
Kevin is the benchmark, yes.
Oh, I don't know about this.
You know,
Yeah,
I
this
can
is
explain
why
why
I
there's so
chose
much
that.
violence in the world.
I mean,
Oh,
that,
does it? Does it though?
no, I would say that explains why Kevin is Kevin.
I think that explains why, if you're going to be a Dom, you better get a sub and you better have open lines of communication, So if you're
What
going to
if I
use a ball
want-
gag, as long as mommy and daddy are having a good time. Hey, daddy could be wearing the ball gag. It's not uncommon for mommy to be the Dom.
Now, hang on. Can
It's not
other
uncommon
daddy
for them to be a
join?
little bit of both,
Can there be two daddies and a
Everything's a
mommy?
little bit fluid when it comes to sexuality nowadays, so you do you, man. You do you. You do you. Right, daddy? Sometimes
Yeah.
mommy enters daddy.
Sometimes two daddies enter mommy at the same time too.
Hey, sometimes, almost every time. Ooh, there we go.
Sometimes mommy chains up the two daddies and treats them like dogs. That's another one too.
Woof, woof.
Anyway, so what else?
We
What
got
else can you tell
somewhere
us
here,
about
huh?
your journey with God of War, Destinato?
Kratos and Atreus have real nice back and forth
Mm-hmm.
dialogue.
Have you had the urge to have a son?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
let me ask you in a different
Not
way.
yet.
What makes you want something more? This game with a son or Stray with a cat?
Stray.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, damn.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's still in the cat phase. Okay.
Still in the
Let me see
cat.
how
I
he
think
feels.
that's it. That's the only thing you're going to get out of him is cat.
Well, let me see
You're going
what
to be
he
an
feels
uncle
like
to
when
a
he gets
cat.
to
Get
the
ready.
end.
Genesis.
Oh my God, is that what I want to
The
be?
cat's going to go.
Yes.
So, you know how cats
Right.
are.
Yeah. Especially when they're choking on something, that's what happens.
I don't think you know what a cat sounds like.
I know what a count sounds like, and it sounds like mommy when she's
Did you
choking
say a
on
count?
daddy's cat.
Did it sound like you said count?
He said
Definitely did.
You definitely said count. All right.
or a
No, I said cat.
Huh?
scout.
We about,
You
hey,
damn-
hey, I don't know if
your
you know
damn-
this. This is recorded.
Listen, it's you and your damn ball gagging tape that's making all that noise.
First
Okay?
of all, you don't need to tape a ball gag. It has a nice leather strap, premium quality. If you have tape, there's chances of it splitting, ruining the role play that's happening here. Why do I have to explain this to you?
Because I'm an innocent man. I don't know these things.
Oh, innocent, my ass. Who's the one who has a child here? Not that innocent, it seems.
You know what? You might be right.
Was he
But
proven
also,
guilty?
I was never proven guilty.
Meanwhile, Genesis gets off this and he gives his wife hardcore missionary.
Why does it have to be hardcore?
What is happening? What happened in this podcast?
I don't know. He took the family filter off real fast. As soon as I mentioned mommy and
That's
daddy.
You took
the
it off.
filter was
You
ready.
took off the family filter.
I took it off. I
You
just said
took it
mommy
off.
and daddy.
No.
How about we do this? How about we clean the filter, put it back in, so that freaking light was shut off,
All right.
and
All
then
right.
we move on.
But the filter's just filled
That was
with
a dehumidifier joke.
Before we
Oh,
clean the filter, I don't think we have any stories about this man. But come dumpster, good guy, good guy. I went to his Labor Day party. Had a good time.
Oh my God. Can't believe you used the name.
Well, the family filter was off. It was a good opportunity.
Let's clean the cum off off the family filter and let's put it back on.
All right, family filter is back on. We were just talking about Collateral, so we're good.
Yes.
We're good.
Yep.
Help.
Did we use Coachella already? I think we used
Yeah,
Coachella.
we
Yes.
used Coachella. Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
Ow.
Call him USB-C.
How you liking God of War? What are you thinking
Collateral.
so far? Do you understand
Collateral.
the praise, or do you see where it's going, or what are you thinking?
I think the thing I enjoy the most is the combat right now.
Absolutely.
And the music coming here and there is nice. It's not just like playing randomly or playing all the time. It's got its
It hits.
yeah.
It hits when it
got
needs
its
to.
moments.
It builds up, and it's beautiful. It's great, and it's wonderful. You
Yeah.
technically already saw the end of the game, but you won't understand that reference at all. I'll explain later, but it's cool. Love doing that.
I did travel through through those gates.
Oh yeah.
And I jumped off.
Yep.
And I
Genesis
died.
Did that. Yeah. Genesis did that.
I'm like,
that's something you'll do later. Don't worry about that.
You did the same thing I did.
Yeah.
Why did I die?
Because you're not there yet. Because you literally were like, let's jump off. Like, why is it even an option? Because there is.
Yeah. Why does it turn into like a scene? Why does it turn into that?
Because there is a reason for that. It's just it's a moment later in the game. I don't know why they give you access to it now. I didn't even know they did because on my playthrough I never made such a stupid mistake. But Genesis
You and I
did.
both made the mistake.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm talking about Desonoda.
You
same mistake.
Yeah, Genesis made that mistake, and he was like, "Oh, what's this? Here we go!" And then he died, and he was like, "What the hell was that?" He was very confused. It was very funny.
Yeah, I was also very confused.
What'd you think about the dragon fight?
It was pretty good. I don't know if they told you while you're playing or not, like when to throw those things at him, because for probably like 3 or 4 minutes, I was throwing those the red things at him, and it was just bouncing off. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with these?
That's your fault for playing on 2:30 p.m. on a Monday when Adam wasn't home. All right, that's your fault.
So it took me some time, but I'm like, oh, you gotta throw when he's charging something off.
Yeah, it didn't say exactly when. I think it kind of showed you that, hey, these red crystals react with the lightning energy.
Yeah.
So also you have that lightning energy for the boy's bow now.
Yeah.
The lightning is damage. The light arrows, though, that's for stun. So if you're gonna
want to know the difference. You're gonna want to know the difference.
If you're going for stun, light arrows. If you're going for damage, electric arrows.
Oh.
You're gonna make the choices later on in the game as you get further. If you're
you can switch them out and stuff. So if you do the wolves, like you have that like hold square for the wolves. If you do the light arrows, that'll do some damage, but it will mostly do a lot of stun. So after they're done, guaranteed you'll have some R3s like takedowns to do. But if you do the lightning, their damage will be like increased greatly.
If you're attempting to go for the platinum, you're gonna need to distinguish when you have to use the stun arrows versus the damage arrows, like the lightning arrows.
If you're doing the Valkyries and stuff, one comes in handy way more.
that definitely comes in handy way more. Depends on your fighting style too, I guess. I'm sure there are people who've worked out just to use the lightning arrows and things like that, but those are people who have mastered the Valkyries. So, I am not one of those people.
You met the greatest character.
The guy stuck in the tree. What was his name? Mimir.
Oh my God!
You met the greatest character. You met the narrator of the God of War novel. Yeah, he's the narrator of the God of War novel, and he's the greatest character in, I would say, almost any, if not the greatest character in any video game. He's definitely top 3. Love Mimir. I'd literally
Yeah.
kill one of you for Mimir to have a spot on this podcast. But he's not real, Kevin. He can't hurt you anymore.
Yeah, you can.
He's just a
Go on
by
some of the boat
continuing to
rides.
charge my credit card.
Huh?
I'm sorry, did he commit identity fraud?
He did. Piece of shit. And the show.
Thank you.
What did he
Thank
buy?
you.
What was he buying? What was he buying?
Hand jobs.
Buying? Yeah. Wow.
What did you say?
I said items for hands.
Oh, okay. Lovely. I don't know
You know
why
he's
I thought
buying?
you said Adam's
He's
jugs,
buying
and I was like,
Ray-Bans.
what?
He's buying Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans. Why is he buying Ray-Bans?
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
His
He's
eyes.
gotta accessorize somehow, right?
Well, he's got one
I
eye.
see. Sure, he's got one eye. He could always buy like a monocle or something.
Oh, hot damn. And a top hat.
Or an
You could replace the
Oakley
plant
for
or
one
something.
eye.
An Oakley?
Yeah, the sunglasses brand?
Get him a Bluetooth headset, get him some a monocle, and get him a top hat, and he'll be like the next taxi driver you see, an Uber driver, actually, not a taxi driver.
And then put him in a game commercial for Dead Island 2.
Yeah, that'll be one. That'd be hilarious if Mimir appeared in a like a fake spoof Dead Island 2 trailer.
I wouldn't like that.
Is there someone who would be okay? Who's clearing their throat?
That was me.
That's Genesis. He seems to have come down with a weak immune system. I keep trying to give him some ivermectin, but he keeps saying no. I don't know why.
The horse tranquilizer just doesn't work well for me. It really just
He
doesn't
keeps
help
saying
me.
no when he should be saying nay.
Wow.
Thank you. I won't be here all week because I took a bunch of ivermectin, and I will die.
Oh.
All right. Well, if that's all the impressions you got of God, I can't wait to hear more of what you're gonna play, though. I want to see what else happens to you when you get to certain parts of the
You
game.
playing now? You quitting the Minecraft, jumping in there? Or you want to end the podcast? We can do that if you want to play a little bit.
No.
Okay.
We got things to talk about here. Speaking of which,
Speaking of, we moving on?
yeah, we're moving on. Kevin, what you got for us?
Oh man, first we got a hype update. Get ready, everybody. Get hype. We got a date. Gundam Evolution releases on Steam September 22nd, on consoles December 1st.
Oh, shoot. December
So in a
1st?
matter of just a few weeks, we'll be playing Gundam Evolution on PC, and then right before the end of the year...
Hold on. Is it coming out December 1st?
For consoles, yes. For PC, 22nd.
December... Wait, what?
September 22nd on Steam. Consoles December 1st.
Wait, it's coming out... What did they just announce this?
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, R,
I don't know how you want to put that in there.
Boom, right here. We'll go right there. What do you mean?
Putting it in for December or this month?
Well, reviews are coming out this month, so this month.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we were waiting for like the PS5 reviews or what. With how
Well, I can, but also I want to get scores in before this month because scores will come out this month.
Yeah.
And then the PS5 one's probably going to be similar.
Are we doing scores right now?
Yeah, Kevin, what's your score for Gundam Evolution?
84.
84. Genesis, what's your score for Gundam Evolution?
87.
Ooh, wow.
87.
Okay. I like it. I hope so, man. Oh.
Kevin, I got.
That's not all. What's your score for Gundam Evolution?
81.
81, son of a gun. I will thread the needle and go 78. Sorry, guys. The game looks like trash.
Alright. That's fine.
That game was one of the most fun multiplayer games I've played in a long time.
I'm gonna guess Collateral scores an 82, but I will text him.
All right.
Make sure you text him and say, hey,
So that's the Get
the
Hype
other
moment.
name.
And now, time once again for a board game review. We're going to change things up again. Different kind of board game this time around we'll be talking about. We're going to be talking about Wakening Lair, which does have an expansion that I do own. I believe it's called the Secret Forest or something like that. Dark Forest or something about a forest. I have not played the expansion yet, though, so that is not part of this review. Wakening Lair is an interesting little board game. Mostly a dice game. You play as adventurers, and most like RPG adventure style board games that involve dungeon crawls is you go into the dungeon, fight some stuff, you get some loot, and maybe you finish like a quest or whatever, and then there you go. It's the end of the game. No, 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 no. Now, trying to get out of the dungeon. you you go in, you get your stuff, and you gotta run. And or no, sorry. You gotta kill whatever is trying to get out of the dungeon before it gets out of the dungeon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
while chasing it on its way out of the dungeon. It's real fun. So basically, how this game works out is you pick from the classes in the game, which I do not remember all of them. Well, actually, I might. You got barbarian, you got paladin, rogue, monk, a warlock, a wizard, witch doctor, I think is one of them, uh, ranger, and there's another green one that I'm forgetting. Oh, I think druid, um, something to that effect. And from these classes, you pick whatever you want to play. The class cards are double sided, male female. So you got that going for you. Uh, Every character class is going to have a color, red, green, or blue associated with them, and a symbol of element like fire, light, melee, ranged, stuff like that, poison, ice, and these are the things you kind of have like a natural affinity for like utilizing in some way. So as you um, awaken rooms in the dungeon is basically laid out as 12 cards just straight down the table, rooms 1 through 12 basically. And when it comes to choosing a room to awaken, you roll 2 dice, and whatever number that is, that's the room that awakens. Simple as that. And you progress through the dungeon, you kill some stuff, you get some loot, and you pass loot around from with all the other players to try to get people to have weapons and items that complement their natural affinities, because then you get more dice to roll, and then you're more effective in combat. And eventually, as you get down toward the end of the monster deck, you will spawn the boss creature, which then has been awoken and tries to murder all of you while also just getting out of the dungeon, and you don't want it to escape. So the boss creature then comes out, and every boss is its own separate card, it has its own separate mechanics, and involves a very different way of taking it out. And in general, what you have to do is target specific parts of the boss, roll dice to meet or exceed whatever values are inside those parts, whether they be body parts or whatever have you, of the boss. And if you fill up all of the body parts and destroy everything, every part of the boss, then you kill it. If it escapes, everybody loses. It's a really fun cooperative game, very easy to learn. Rule set, I think the instruction manual is like 7 pages long. Um, it's a great sit down and play game with just about anybody. You don't really need to have like any prior knowledge of anything. It's not using like crazy advanced rule sets like D&D or anything like that. And you don't really need to be an RPG fan at all. It's just a fun little game to play. Can be rather challenging, but in general, it's a pretty success rate's really high. It's not like a Pandemic or Arkham Horror, the card game, or even like Spirit Island was a much more difficult game. This one favors the players winning a lot more. And yeah, that's kind of it. Uh, I recommend it because it's, I don't know, easy setup. The most of the game is either contained within the box itself, which is really cool. It comes in like a box with a magnetic flap that closes, so it looks like and works like a book. So the whole top part of the box like opens up like you're opening up a book, and there's a bunch of little compartments and stuff in it, so you can keep all the pieces inside the box. They're all organized already, and you take out what you need. You can kind of like keep the box next to your dungeon that you make up with these cards, and everything's right there. Put it all back away, magnetic flap it back down. It's like you're closing the book afterward. Fun times. Good game. Quick game. I think in general probably takes like half hour, a little more, unless like everybody's taking their sweet time coming up with like plans and stuff. Or if you're brand new to the game, it might take you up to like an hour. But once you know what you're doing, you can hop in and play a game within like 30 to 45 minutes. There you go. Awakening Lair. It is nothing spectacular. It's not going to win awards. It's a very fun game, and it's a good addition to your shelf.
Nice. What's the minimum amount of players you need to play something like that?
2.
2. Okay.
2 to 4 or 5. I think it's 2 to 5. I'll check it real quick.
Something I always forget I should ask you anytime you're talking about these
board
games.
Yeah, I never am prepared with that. It's real weird.
But
most of the time I'm doing this from memory. So there you go. No brushing up on things. This is not what I typed in at all. Here we go. 2 to 6 players.
2 to 6. Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Kevin's board game segment here. Anybody have any questions for Kevin? Kevin, what are we looking at next week for board games?
Ooh, okay, hold on. We got options. All right, we can go the war game route. Do kinda, not exactly a war game in the general sense or the typical sense. We got Quartermaster General. Then we got. I could talk about a solitaire game, Arkham Noir. It's a card game, technically not a board game, but I'm going to lump it in there anyway. Or give me 3 options. Oh boy. Or we'll talk about Undaunted, one of my favorite recent war games.
I think the war game sounds cool. I think the war game sounds cool. The Undaunted one, the last one.
Undaunted? Alright, you got it. I had to brush up on how that game is played.
Anybody else wanted to choose?
Nope.
Alright, Undaunted it is.
Undaunted is next. I have all the expansions. And I will review the game solo, 2-player, and 4-player. You get all the expansions, you can play all those ways. Normally it's only a 2-player game. They added in solo and 4-player.
I 100% appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Who's up next with our topic? Good. Great. Fantastic. Okay. I'm going to talk about a topic here real quick. So I was watching, the lot of us actually watch Mystic Ryan is a YouTuber who talks about PlayStation stuff. And I was watching this video earlier, and he was talking.
Oh my god, you finally watched his video?
Yeah, I watched his. I'm actually subscribed to him.
Oh my god.
We did it. I know, we finally did it, Destinato. You're playing God of War. Genesis is subscribed to Mystic. Like, I've won. This is my year.
What did I do?
Kevin, we got a new season of Only Connect. That's we can't ask for much more.
That's fair. That's fair.
So he was talking about how, people are definitely referring to Sony being back to the arrogant PlayStation 3 era Sony, and things like that. If you want to watch any of his stuff, go watch him. Go look him up on YouTube. His videos are very informative, real cool. He's got interesting point of views. What I really wanted to talk about was, everybody says that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Everybody has a point of at which they would consider, that they're not going to be loyal to a company anymore. Like, for example here.
Oh yeah.
People say, oh, if the PlayStation 5 goes up by a certain amount of money, I'm not gonna buy one. Like I'm just not gonna buy one. I'll save my money for something else. And PlayStation 5 is finally off my list, and I'm just not gonna buy it. My question to the panel, and I guess my topic of discussion here, what would be the breaking point for you to jump ship off of PlayStation and just say, you know what, enough is enough?
Oh my god, to jump ship off a PlayStation?
Yeah.
There's
They'd
an
have
easy
to commit
answer.
like murder.
There's an easy answer for me.
Go ahead, Adam.
It's not one thing. It would have to be years of not putting out the games that I love.
So,
Like literally years of not doing it. Like I'm already, if PS6 comes out, and from this point on, no other PlayStation game comes out, and like 6 years pass and PS6 comes out, then I'll be like, I don't think I'm getting the PS6.
Alright.
But
so
like,
games are the deciding factor.
I mean, it's literally always going to be games. I built a PC I did for City Skylines. I don't take care of it. I don't update them drivers when it's like, hey, update your drivers. And I'm like, can you live though without me updating it? And it's like, yeah, I'm okay. And then like a day later, it's like restarting your PC. And I'm like, don't do that because you can live without it. And it's like, yeah, but also, don't you want to beta test this for us? No, I don't. No, I don't, NVIDIA. No, I don't. So like, I'm just lazy when it comes to that stuff. Like PlayStation, I talk to people on here, but even if you guys weren't on here, I'd still be on PlayStation probably almost every night because I like the apps. I think it's way better than any app I use for my TV. It's a great 4K Blu-ray player. It's kind of my all-in-one like media hub. If the next one comes out and they're like, we're going back to DVD player, then I'm like, uh-oh. Like, it's not one thing. Unless Sony was like, hey, we're killing everybody named Adam. Then I'd be like, well, I might have to reconsider. Like,
you just gotta legally change your name, you know?
Yeah, just legally change it to
Collateral.
Mark.
Madam.
And an M in the front of it.
You guys, I have such a basic name, and all of your suggestions were terrible. The only one that kind of made sense was Mark, because that was also a man's name. Madden is a last name and also a football franchise. Kevin, I don't even know what did you say Collateral?
Yeah.
That's somebody we already know.
I mean, you could change your name to Cum Dumpster, but that's a different thing.
What are you doing? What are you doing? The jokes passed, man. The family show filter. Now we might as well call him Cum Rag because we got to clean off the filter again. You son of a gun.
So let me ask you something here now. So you've mentioned that games are your breaking point. They stopped making the games. What?
We didn't get Tessanoto's answer.
Oh, no, I'm gonna go around. I haven't gotten everybody's answer yet. I kind of want to tack something onto Adam and see if something else budges.
He's getting special treatment. I get it.
Oh my god. That's not good for a podcast.
What do you mean? I was happy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not doing like a Carlos Mencia thing. Don't worry. We're good.
So games are your deciding factor, right? If they stop making the games that you love, you are not going to be with PlayStation anymore. You jump ship from PlayStation then.
Yeah, I mean,
now,
it is a game console, so yeah.
Let's say they keep making the games that you love, but as they keep making them, the price keeps going up. They add $10 every year. They increase it by $10 every year. Does that sway your decision at all?
Let me tell you something. You're probably
Yes.
going to be like, we had back when we used to do this podcast during the dark ages. It was
Yes.
dark because there was a shadow of a ponytail. We got into an argument with the ponytail of a man, and we talked about Kevin. Your mic's doing the thing.
Yeah,
And
I hit it. I'm sorry.
And we talked about like why don't we care about price increase with games? And we were like, we buy my God of War edition. I didn't pay $70 for God of War.
No, I paid $250 for that.
I paid
$260, whatever it was.
$250 for God of War. So if they're like, yeah, every year you exist, games are gonna increase by $10. I'll be like, okay, what comes with it, and how much is the collector's edition? Like,
Okay.
I'm okay with game price increasing. I think 70 is a lot, and I think if the pandemic didn't happen, I don't think 70 would have been that big of a deal. I think people would have been upset about it for a moment, and then I think we all would have moved on. But
Yeah.
since the pandemic happened, and then the issues with like inflation, the economy, and all that crap, like it just makes sense why people are upset about it. Also, not every company adapted to that. So I understand why people are upset with that, but at the same time, like if I like a game, I will pay $70 for it.
Of course.
But
Of course.
the last two PlayStation exclusives that I bought, I've paid over $200 for.
Yeah.
So, and I did not get a case or a disc.
Yes. This is true.
So,
We got a case. We just didn't get a disc.
yeah, you're right. We didn't get a disc, which is a BS, and I don't like. But I think that's something that Mystic addressed in his video. That Sony, it's not big things. It's a lot of little things where it's like,
Yeah.
if it was
And
just
gonna
this
add
one
up.
thing, it'd be fine. But it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's just so many things. But yeah, so game prices, that wouldn't really change my opinion much. Unless the quality of what I'm getting starts to dip. If I'm getting
Right.
Spider-Man 2, and it's not if I say PlayStation quality, everyone here knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, we're all
something
aware.
that most brands do not have. If I say like, oh, this is a game
Yes,
from
Ronaldo's aware of that now.
yeah, like right now you can even say like this is a From Software game. You automatically know what type of game it's going to be. You automatically know how great that combat's going to be. You know the quality of that game. Maybe it's not for you, but you can't doubt the quality of it.
Sure.
If I tell you, hey, this is a Volition game, you're going to be like, well, Saints Row just came out. It's not great. It's part of the Embracer group. Embracer games are kind of iffy. Like, that quality sticks with it. If that starts to dip, then we have an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
price
it's more.
price wouldn't affect really anything until it gets, like, astronomical. But
Yeah.
at that point,
And
I'll just stop buying collector's editions.
Well, the reason why I brought up the price too is obviously, like you mentioned before, there's a lot of chatter going around with prices, especially with The Last of Us Part 1 and other
That's
things
a
going
different
around with prices.
conversation.
No, I know. I'm not bringing up that conversation like that. I'm just saying that was a topic of like, is that too much for a game?
Yeah,
especially for
that
something
that
came
game
out
I think
before?
is a different conversation than just like a regular game being $70. I think that has nothing to do with the question you just asked.
And then there's Returnal. There was Ratchet and Clank. Those are brand new PS5 games that came out.
Did
that were
anybody
$70.
complain about Returnal though?
When it was originally announced, I think people were a bit upset with the price increase because they were like, "Oh, so Sony
But they
first
moved
party
on.
games."
They
Yeah,
moved
they
on
moved on.
immediately because they saw the
moved on.
quality of that game and they were like,
Yes.
"Oh my god,
Yeah,
this game's
and
a
it was
10."
the first. Yeah, it was the first PS5 only game that was like truly next gen, no port, no cross gen port, nothing like that. So price doesn't dissuade you, Kevin. What would, and for you, I think it's a bit different. I think I'm gonna ask you gaming overall because you also game on PC, you also game on Steam, you have a PlayStation as well. What would cause you to pull out of gaming altogether? Like, what's your breaking point to say
Hold on,
I'm done
all
with gaming?
All
All
game?
gaming.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Oh my god.
That's a
Freaking
completely
the
different
end of the
question. What
world?
the hell? Yeah, I don't. Because you didn't ask this to me, because I would say I own a Switch. I also own a PC. I technically own more than Kevin right now.
But
And you're
you
asking
play
Kevin
more-
this.
You play more on the PlayStation. I mean, you haven't touched your Switch in a couple of months, and your PC, I don't know how much you touch your PC at all.
I touch my PC all the time. It's a good porn machine.
Good. Right, of course.
That's a
That's
note
why
against it.
I kind of left it on
Um,
PlayStation to you, but Kevin is a very healthy split of Steam and PlayStation.
Good
I
luck with this
mean,
question, Kevin, because this is a completely different question than the one he asked me.
Am I gonna ask everybody the
well,
same question? No.
anyway,
It's a different
um,
topic, honestly.
Okay. Okay, so gaming altogether, I mean, okay, so what would cause them to quit Steam and PlayStation? I guess I'll leave it at that. Not, I guess, altogether.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing,
there you go.
really. So
Yeah,
even if the quality of the games dipped, like Adam, right? Or
my
prices
answer is not the
increased.
same for the no. But if you told me that the quality of the games dipped and the prices increased and stuff, I'm still playing a game somewhere because I like playing games. That's why I said this is a completely different topic.
Okay,
What did I
so
miss? I missed something along these lines.
Genesis, for some reason, changed the topic to instead of brand loyalty, what if you just quit your hobby? What'll make you quit your hobby entirely?
all right, brand loyalty, then I'll just keep it to PlayStation. What would make you quit PlayStation at this point?
Nothing.
Nothing would make you quit PlayStation.
PlayStation would have to like commit murders. PlayStation would
Mm,
have to be like would magically turn into a hitman group. Like I don't pay attention to that stuff. I mean, okay, here's the thing. What makes me hate Blizzard? The fact that Blizzard literally hasn't had like a fresh idea cross their mind in decades. Freaking Diablo 4 is Diablo 3.2. Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 1.1.
No, it's not. It's point
Uh,
5.
oh yeah, point 0.5. You're right. Whatever the hell Donkey said, that video was
Yeah,
amazing. No, I thought he said 1.1.
yeah, you
It's
might
like
have, but
the internet said that's what his thing was. The internet, you're all going, oh, this is Overwatch 1.5. You guys
yeah,
being
that's
too
what it was.
generous. This is Overwatch 1.1.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
um, but and then you got Blizzard is also literally re-releasing World of Warcraft while updating World of Warcraft. Like, and then you got Diablo Immortal, which is just a freaking cash grab because they're suffering and they need a way to get money, and it's sadly working. Um, but I mean, PlayStation's not going to do that. They don't need to do that. They have so many, like they're the Activision. They're not like a Blizzard, and Activision can't really do too much wrong unless they do questionable business things, which then well, they're doing that, so GG. But like, I'm still gonna play Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty.
mm,
Um,
mm.
so pretty much nothing. But like, okay, I want to talk. Even though you didn't ask the question, I'm gonna jump into it anyway. I want to talk about game prices. I have zero issue with where game prices are heading. If they
Mm.
trend up $10 a year, awesome. My only gripe would be that if people's salaries didn't go up as well. If people are making more for doing the hard frickin' job that they're doing making video games, especially with how quickly technology evolves and how they basically have to relearn all kinds of different engines and graphics stuff, and I can't even imagine all of the things that they have to like reteach themselves with how quickly hardware changes and how like Unreal Engine 5 is here. Unreal Engine 6 will probably be out in like what, 3 years, 4 years
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah, it's
Like
generally about a
that's
4 or 5 year
absolutely
cycle.
insane. And in between those two, there'll probably be id Tech. I don't even remember what number we're on. id Tech like 7 or 8 will probably be out. Whatever the hell the next Resident Evil engine. What would it be like? What was it called? Was it called Frostbite or is that Battlefield? I think it's
No,
Battlefield.
that's Battlefield.
Battlefield.
RE
Yeah.
Engine is the Resident
RE
Evil
Engine,
engine.
RE Engine 2 will be out before Unreal Engine 6. Like, you see what I'm saying? These people, they have a lot on their plates, and they should be compensated for it. And if their wages have to go up, the price of the games have to go up. I've easily dropped over $100 on board games, like time and again. There's board games out there that are like $300. I'm asking my game store, my local game store, if they can get me a game that's $350 for the base game. Like, I have no problem paying more than $70 for a video game when I'm paying more than triple for a board game sometimes.
I'm gonna have to hard disagree with Kevin. I want people to work harder and for longer for much less, and I want that to decrease every year. And I also want people to understand that this is an argument people make, and I don't understand it at all. So, no, Kevin, you're absolutely right. Yeah, as long as wages go up and like, I want the industry to prosper. I don't.
Yeah,
That
Kevin and
like,
we all want it to prosper.
I
It's
guess
really not
what I
hard.
mean here, yeah, and I mean, I guess what I mean here too, in a way, is like board games. I get it. Board games have like a lot more physical things. They have a lot more production, like actual hard production that goes into it, and they have equally as much design time and play testing and whatnot as a video game does. Like, there's a lot to go into board games too, and there's a lot of physical stuff that needs to be manufactured, and that's why the prices are higher. But like board game experiences nowadays, it's not like freaking Monopoly and Clue and Risk of before. You have multi-hour games coming out. You have everything, every possible type of game is now on the table thanks to apps and just overall creativity of people. Like, cooperative games didn't exist until recently when it comes to board games. I can't think of anything before. It was always like some lighthearted competitive stuff or super hardcore competitive when Monopoly happened, because somehow that always got really hardcore. Um, but like, I don't know. The gaming landscape as a whole is just so cool nowadays, and everybody is just coming up with wild ideas. Um, and even like indie games, most of the time indie games are like what, $40 or less. They could probably charge more for those too. Freaking Vampire Survivors is one of the freaking best games out there right now. It's talked about all the time. It's updated like crazy, and it's $3. I've been waiting for some kind of like expansion or something to drop that I could throw more money at the developer, and they still haven't done it. And it's kind of upsetting, honestly, because it's like we all stole from them. That game is not worth $3. It is like easily 30 plus. It's such a good game. It's turned into a phenomenon, and hopefully they release something else that people can pay for, because people will do it and they'll feel great about doing it and supporting the company.
Also, not to get too deep into this game price thing, I also think, like, if game prices rise, I don't think every game should rise. I think, like, uh, indies and AAA, they should realize what kind of game they're putting out and price it accordingly. Just because the industry standard is 70 doesn't mean your game should be 70. Like, Vampire Survivors, I agree. And like from what I've seen and what I've heard of that game, $3 seems like a steal. How they have not at least upped that to 5, I have no idea. But they seem to be okay with it because I know they can change it at any point because Steam is really easy with pricing apparently. There has to be a reason that they're sticking with that sweet spot. There's got to be something they're seeing that we're not, like. Yeah, so like video game prices are all over the place. But when I say I want like I don't care if video game prices increase. There are games that I will not pay $70 for. There are games that I will not pay $40 for. Like I will wait till they drop to a certain point. Like I even see games now where I go, oh, that's a Black Friday. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, of course it's a case by case basis.
Yeah. And that all depends on the person.
Yeah,
it's like. Adam and I both have come to the conclusion that once Riders Republic went, below 20?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Like I think 15 was my sweet spot, but if it got to 20, like I think I'd bite.
We'd both pick it up. I almost messaged you because the deluxe went down to like 27 recently.
That's close. We're getting close.
Yeah. Anyway, Destiny Auto hasn't had a chance.
This Black Friday might be the one. Might be the one.
I go out for Black Friday shopping, huh? I might have to take you with me then. I'll take you with me and we'll go Black Friday shopping.
I mean, that's also a thing, but yeah, I'm down.
No, we're going to go out. There's a thing that we go
Let's all go. Let's just do it up, you know?
We'll do a Crafting a Chat Black Friday.
Crafting a Chat Black Friday stream.
Crafting a Friday.
You're down the wall of a building.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Crafting a Chat. We're murdering a 70-year-old woman who tried to grab Riders Republic. I need this for my grandson.
No, you don't.
Your grandson was killed 3 aisles back. You don't need it anymore.
The
Hey guys, we're
argument you
back. Tsunoda was killed when somebody hit him with a waffle iron. It sucks, but also the person who hit him had like a 60-inch television for like $2.99, so we got that. So it's gonna be a better show. We also got a deal on some mics. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
that argument you brought up before, where you didn't understand how people were like, I don't care. I want them to be paid less. Give me a I don't care what they get paid. Essentially, I just want to pay less and less for a game. Is that the majority of the internet? I feel
No.
like, or am I wrong with that?
I would say you're wrong. I think most of the time the internet, it's always a vocal minority because the majority is just not speaking.
Just watching.
Yeah, 100. Everyone on the
Observing.
internet who's constantly talking, they are a
All
minority.
the brain dead people.
I mean, there's people with brains who talk a lot on the internet. People we respect, like Mystic. He talks a lot. He tweets a
Yeah.
lot. He puts up a YouTube video. He's a voice of reason in the PlayStation community 99% of the time. Like that's
Yeah.
why I like him because I respect him because he'll call out PlayStation. He'll do everything he can because he understands what's going on because he's been a fan, but he understands like the business side, but he also approaches it like it's great content. Can't recommend that guy enough. But at the same time, sometimes you be on the internet and you just hear opinions and you're just like, I don't think any of this matters. And you just close your heart to it. Just like Kratos said right in the beginning when Atreus murdered a man. Close your heart to it. Because it's just not worth it. So don't listen to the internet. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. Go touch grass. As the one
What?
man on Reddit said to me, go touch grass.
Go touch grass.
And as I reported to him, it was wet. I didn't like it.
And then you reported him.
No, then he explained do. It was a good interaction.
Good. Good. Destinoto, what's your breaking point for leaving PlayStation? What would cause you to just drop PlayStation as a brand?
Mm,
I really wanted you to say your hands falling off.
Now, why would his hands fall off? Does he have some
No,
sort of
I
cancer
know.
or something?
I was gonna say like your hands are paralyzed or something.
I mean,
Because
even
Xbox
then,
is
like
doing way more for accessibility.
Last of Us Part 2 has so much, and then the remake has even more apparently for
Yeah, but
accessibility.
okay, they don't. It's more to use the same controller though. Like Xbox is putting out like a controller that is like buttons are separated and stuff. I think it's compatible with some PlayStation things and PC, so it's a possibility. But yeah, I'm just saying.
Probably. Hmm.
If only you had time to think about this. If only Kevin and I went into a rant about prices of games. It's a shame we didn't do that.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably mostly what Adam said. Like, if the games stop coming, like if we never get, I don't know, like another Souls game on the PS5, or we don't get another Last of Us, or like Factions never comes out. I mean, it would have to be a collection of those things.
I gotta
'Cause
be honest. I don't think Factions is coming out. Sometimes I doubt. No, it's coming out, but sometimes I doubt.
like, I wasn't like a PlayStation person until the PS3.
Yeah, you were a big Nintendo person. I'll tell you
I
that
was a
much.
pretty big Nintendo person, because of all the games I played on their systems past.
When I got the PS3, you were like, nah, bro, the Wii is the best. You got Spider-Man 3, and you're like, look at this Spider-Man game on the Wii.
I want you to know that Spider-Man 3 was a bad game on every console, but at least it looks better on PS3.
We
I
played the
mean,
inferior version of the Wii.
the whole
Hey
thing
man,
with
the
that
whole
was the
thing was
motion
inferior.
controls.
Yeah. So,
So
you had the sync, the stupid the gyro, whatever the hell control it was. The hell were the six axis control?
Yeah,
The
6 axis.
stupid hobgoblin, and you're like, oh my god, what a horrible game! What a horrible game. No trophies too, so no rewards. What a nightmare.
if they
So,
basically stopped catering to their own audience.
okay. So, yeah, along the same lines as that, if
It would take years though, right?
Yeah,
Unless they were like, hey, by the way, we're never doing a
everything's
Souls game.
canceled, and we're
Yeah,
moving on to Minecraft development.
yeah. Well, that's owned by Xbox, so I don't think that. But
We're buying Minecraft and
we're buying
continuing.
Minecraft from Xbox, even though Minecraft has probably made its price back multiple times. Yeah, Genesis. Nobody's asked you. I want to know your answer
my breaking point,
because you've said you're leaving PlayStation over a number of things that have come true over the last few years.
yeah. I had to face the reality and the facts of like they're still technically on PlayStation. They just things that I just don't like because I like to have that feeling of like I have something that you can only play certain things on. But that, again, that's the me thing. If the breaking point for me, I think, is if PlayStation just stopped being PlayStation. So like they
A name change?
no, not the name change. More along the lines of like they stopped doing okay, they stopped making God of War the way it is. They stopped making Horizon the way it is. They basically let go of all their games. You know, they sell them off the IPs and they focus on just one or two big titles that they know will make the money every year. Like, you know, I didn't finish Days Gone, but I don't think Days Gone is going to get a sequel, obviously.
Boo! It should
I,
sequel. No, I'm just kidding. That game sucked.
I don't think it sucked, but,
It
you
was.
know,
It was. It was all right. It wasn't. It's
it was a decent
probably.
game.
It's the worst PlayStation exclusive I've played, not counting Destruction All Stars, because I will never. It's the worst single player PlayStation exclusive I've ever played, and it's still a pretty good game.
I think if they, and that's what I mean by they stopped being PlayStation. They stopped doing these, like, experiences that people play on a PlayStation 4. You know, like when you play Uncharted, like 1 through 4, that's an experience.
No,
You
one
play
sucks.
Last of Us, we're still kind of one in there. It's still part of the story.
Mm.
You play Last of Us 1 and 2. You play, you know, you play even an older game like Infamous or the Sly Cooper series, or though those are all something that PlayStation has this thing where like when you play it at the end of the whole thing, you're like, what a journey I've been on. That was crazy. That was insane.
Mm-hmm.
If they stop doing that, I think that would be my breaking point for PlayStation. Like
So
I'd be
your
like, you know what?
answer is my answer and Destinota's answer?
Yeah, it's not like the quality because like,
I mean, you're literally talking about quality.
mm, yeah, I guess
You-
okay then
Yeah,
quality.
I mean, you're literally talking about the
It's quality.
experiences that only PlayStation could put out. If it was called something with a Q, I don't know, quality.
If they
I just,
sold all their IPs and still made these quality games, but they didn't make those types of experiences, I don't think I'd want to play PlayStation.
I disagree with that because 3 years ago we didn't play Ghost of Tsushima, and we didn't really know how good of a game that would be. We knew it'd be cool because it's a PlayStation game. That's a new IP though. In 2020,
No, I know. What
Horizon
I
is 2017. That was a new IP. Like,
Yeah,
if they stop innovating like that, then I'll be disappointed. But
Yeah.
the reason I like the innovation so much is because they innovate and then they attach the PlayStation quality to it. I also like how the three of us picked that and Kevin said murder. I just really enjoy.
I think
That.
so. Like Sony's going hard behind live service games right now. If they were to make a AAA quality live service game and say, "Okay, guys, screw everything else we've done. We're just focusing on this one extremely well done AAA live service game,
Factions.
and that's what's going to make us all the money going forward. This is the only reason to buy a PlayStation." That would be my breaking point of PlayStation. So then I can't get
What
any
if
of
it
those other
was
experiences.
Legends?
No, still.
Uh,
Because
You're
I'm
high.
still missing I'm still missing God of War. I'm still missing Horizon. I'm still missing God,
God of War
the
was
fun.
just introduced in 2018. The one you
But
like.
what I'm saying is I mean I played God of War 3. That was good too. That was a great hack and slash game.
It ain't the quality of the new one.
No, the quality of the new one's different. But what I'm saying is that if they sold all their other IPs and just focused on the money making thing, that they would you know I'm trying to think of somebody who does this, and I don't know who would do this. I don't think anybody in any company does this, but I guess that's what would be my breaking point. If they just dropped all those
Well,
single
you're
player
telling me you can't
experiences.
think of EA?
Oh yeah, he's the
You,
one who does
you,
it,
you couldn't think of EA where they're like, yeah, we're going
and
to stop
that's
making all the good games because single player games don't sell. And
I think
we're
that's
going
what
to
I was trying to
cancel
say.
Dead Space. We're going to cancel Lost Planet. We're going to cancel not Lost Planet. It's not EA. I just think that's EA. We're
That
going to
was
cancel.
Capcom.
Yeah, I know. We're going to cancel this. And they canceled every single player game. We're going to only do Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
That's exactly what EA did.
So I guess my answer would be if they cancel every single one of their single player games in favor of keeping live service games on, that would be a breaking point with
Yeah, if
Sony.
they became EA, I think we'd all be like, ooh, no
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if that differs my answer. Maybe my answer's still the same as you two then.
It's basically still the same, but I think that speaks to how great PlayStation is with their brand because their games are just. I mean, that's why we're here. Like, at the end of the day, we play video games on this. I mean, we have this connection, like we're like all friends on here and stuff. Like in real life, we just despise each other. Like physically, we all can't be in a room because of well, there's two fat guys here and a tubby guy, and then buff ass Desunoda over there. But like, basically, being Atlas carrying us all, cheek on cheeks. He's just gripping our cheeks,
Mhm.
holding us up.
Mhm.
There's three asses, but he's got hands on each of them. Don't ask.
You
But
say I'm
like,
gripping. Never mind.
Kevin, it's recorded. Go back on your own time. Get over it.
All right.
Anyways, I said he's gripping our cheeks. He's gripping all of our cheeks, each cheek, six
I'd like
cheeks,
to rip a cheek.
two hands. That's how
That's a
talented
lot.
Destinoto is. That's how
That's a
talented
lot.
he is. Maybe a finger slides up somewhere. I don't know. Whatever happens when he's holding us up, it happens. All right. We become closer. It becomes a bonding moment. Genesis. I hope it doesn't happen with you because that's a family thing. That's technically a
That's
That's
crime,
yeah. That's not
but
good. Yeah.
also consensual. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, if it's
Kevin,
consensual, it's fine. Hey,
Kevin,
okay.
Kevin can't handle any of this. He's trying to leave his body. He's trying to get out of this conversation. But I think it really speaks to PlayStation how like the brand is just so good, and I mean, PlayStation has been, hey, even when they do the showcases, they're like, hey, I'm Jim Ryan, blah, 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 whatever, and he's like, you know what, you guys don't want to hear me talk about a dog and how abortions are for everybody, and like. Like he just goes on and on, but then he goes, you know what? No, we're here for the games. Bye, and then he just goes, and then it goes into games, and then it's only games, and they know that, and no matter how far they stray, that's something I don't think they'll ever forget again, because that's what they forgot during the PS3 era. They
Yep.
forgot
That's
that it was
they
all
did.
about the games.
Mhm.
I go back to the 2010 E3 where Kevin Butler, Jerry Lambert, as an actor, portraying the best CEO that never was, Kevin Butler, and he gives that 5 minute E3 speech, and he's like, it's not like I could be funny, this could be anything you want, but we know why we're all here. It's for games. It's all about gaming. Xbox lost sight of that for a while. In a way, they understand what they need to do. They're still trying to build up to it, and they're in a good direction. They're moving. Hopefully,
Uh-huh.
they'll get there. But like, Sony has never forgotten that it's still always all about the games.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say Nintendo's had that since they've been there. They've always just been about
Nintendo's a
whatever they're
different
making.
thing. They think it's only about the games, and
Hmm.
uh, then they're like, what you want to play games together? Oh, that's a different thing. That's you wanna do what? No, that's a different. You want to buy this game year round? What about for 3 months only? How about that? You like that?
You like that?
Hey, this game we announced 15 years ago? Yeah, it's finally coming out. What?
You know, the thing with Xbox too is, and Adam and I were talking about this in the beginning of the podcast, is they have this amazing thing which is Game Pass now that is just like an offer that is very hard to refuse as a gamer.
Yeah, if you have an
For
Xbox and you don't have it, I think you're dumb. I'm sorry.
Right, right. I would agree with that because that is an absolute great offer. It lets you play any game you want at any point in time that you want. They seem to understand that it is about the games, but at the same time, there is still not a single reason to own an Xbox Series X in 2022. Like Halo was decent, it was okay. Forza was okay. I think Forza was the only good one I think that came out of the Series
Forza was
X so
good.
far. Yeah, Halo was not living up to what it is supposed to be. Supposed to be
It's
up
losing
to par to.
features as time goes on.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Xbox has got a great deal. They know what they have to do, but they're having such a trouble doing it, and it's going to take time for them to get to that point. I think they will. I think they will get to that point of like, we're all about the games. We have a library. This is why you buy an Xbox console. And
Well,
people will be like, yeah, I'm going to buy
Here
an
we
Xbox
go.
console because this is what it is.
Here,
Um,
here we go. I think this sums it up. Let me know. Nintendo, it's only about the games. PlayStation, it's about the caliber of games. Xbox, it's about as many games as possible.
that's a good one.
yeah.
That's a perfect way of summing it up.
Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
that's a
And the other
perfect way of
thing
summing
is,
it up.
you can play pretty much any Xbox game on a PC too.
I mean, you
Anything
play
Yeah,
it
that's on
anywhere
Game
too.
Pass.
That's that
yeah.
they're trying
Yeah.
to go past the console.
We're trying to
But
go with
like,
the
if you wanted
Android
to play it
smartphones.
properly,
Straight to your toilet.
That's true as well.
I would say
Xbox
the
That's
saw
best
that you
place
can
is
play
the
Doom on a
PC.
calculator, and they're like, "What if you could play any game anywhere?" That's what happened.
it's just it's crazy to me that there's still not a reason to buy an Xbox still, but there's about 6 or 7 reasons why you should buy a PS5, and 6 or 7 reasons have only come out in the last 2 years. Um, I mean, they have a good lineup versus what the PS4 had a lineup of
Astra.
uh,
That's the reason to buy
back
a
when.
PS5 for me. Still,
Yeah, I mean, yes,
I honestly think Astra is worth it.
yeah, I would agree. I would
Astra
110%
alone.
agree. 100%,
Also, the
110%
lack of
agree.
loading screens in every game.
Yes, that's been a nice change, and playing Soul Hackers has made me realize that I hate loading screens.
Also,
Um,
though, we kind of solved it on PS4 with Ghost of Tsushima, but I also just don't understand Ghost of Tsushima. I
that's
just
it.
don't
Listen,
understand it.
that's we can't get into that because that's some different sorcery that they put in that game where there's no loading screens on a PlayStation 4.
Sucker Punch
I
tapped into Insomniac's database and was like, "How do we get rid of loading screens?" And Sony was like, "Hey, wait, that's for next gen." And they're like, "Oops, we solved it on PS4." It's weird. It's weird.
they had to make it longer. They had to patch the game so that they made the loading screens longer so people could read the tips on there. Oh
Also,
my
real
god.
quick, before this podcast started, I watched the 4K cutscene of the beginning of The Last of Us Part One. The face that Sarah makes as she's dying is way harder to watch in 4K than it was on the PlayStation 4 and PS3. So, highly recommend just watching that cutscene and get. Just, that's what I was reacting to when you jumped in the party, Kevin.
Ah,
I was like, oh my god, because I've seen that scene 30 times now in my life. It was probably my 31st, and again, it felt like I've seen it for the first time, just because of how. Oh my god, I didn't like it at all.
Well, anybody who wants to watch that scene, go watch it, because it's probably going to be real hard for you to watch.
Yeah, go watch a little girl die, you know? Fake little girl. Well, real little
100%.
girl. But she's alive in real life. She posts a lot of bikini photos now. She's like 21 in real life now.
Oh.
It's weird. She has Sarah's face. And I'm like, I don't want to look at this.
All right, well, that's the end of my topic.
That wasn't even your topic.
What do you what?
What do you mean what? Okay, okay. I love when we have conversations and everyone forgets. Usually I do this with Kevin. Sometimes I do this with you. What's happening on Thursday?
The D23 on Thursday?
Yeah, and
the Ubisoft Forward?
No, that's Saturday. This might be Friday. It's the Marvel Game Showcase.
On Thursday.
Is that Thursday or is it Friday?
I thought that was Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, you wanted to do something on that.
Did I?
Yeah, oh my god. What's going on? Remember how we were like, hey, I asked you, hey, did you want to talk about the Marvel Game Showcase? And you were like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, did you want to do predictions? And you're like, oh, yeah, we should. We definitely should.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you asked me, are we going to miss it? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's either Thursday or Friday. And then I said I would look it up, and I never did. Also, I told you to watch She-Hulk. And I have to imagine that you also failed in that.
Considering my health yesterday, yeah, pretty much I failed in that, yes.
All right, I'll hold off on She-Hulk for another week until Genesis catches up.
I apologize, but yes,
that's okay.
We do have another topic with the Marvel Showcase that's part of D23 that's coming up. I have to make a side note. D23's artwork finally has Kingdom Hearts in it. I could not be more happy to see the Keyblade, to see Sora in some Disney artwork appearing for a Disney-centric showcase. Like, there's no Square Enix here, but he's there. I love it. I appreciate it.
Do we want to do predictions for this, or do we just want to talk about things? Because I feel like this is more talking about things than predictions. Because I can't imagine we'll all have like 3 solid predictions that are different from each other. Right? Is everyone on the same page as that, or am I wrong?
No, you're correct.
Okay, then I have a question immediately for you, Genesis.
Yeah.
What Marvel IP are they going to put in Kingdom Hearts 4?
They're going to put the Avengers in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Are they?
I think so. Oh my god, do I think this is going to appear at the showcase? No, there's nothing that's going to appear for Kingdom Hearts the showcase. I love the homage that they gave to Kingdom Hearts with the couple little things in the advertisements and the promos. That's great. I loved it.
But are you sure?
Oh god, if it appears, I'm gonna. Oh god. Oh lord. Okay, I guess I can have one. Just just a cum dumpster dream, please. Hang on a second.
Hey, what are you? Hey. Collateral.
Listen. If
5 more minutes.
Kevin counting down to the dumpster filled with stuff.
Kingdom Hearts 4, right? There's some decent enough information that can, I guess, 80% confirm Star Wars is going to be there. The next IP that I would assume, because after Big Hero 6 and 3, the next logical IP would be the Avengers IP. And I would probably think fighting Thanos with a Keyblade. Oh, Lord of mercy. I would think we'd be in a more realistic setting because I mean they've already shown that with the latest trailer where he looks different. He looks like he's out of the Final Fantasy world, not out of the Kingdom Hearts world. His shoe size is normal; it's not big.
That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how you know, 100%. His shoe size
And
is
you know he's got
completely
cancer.
normal.
Collateral, definitely in the Kingdom Hearts world, his shoe size is huge.
Oh God.
Now,
What
hold
does that
on.
man wear? Like a 13?
14, I
Now,
think.
this is interesting. Why? I'm gonna ask you a quick question. Why do
Yes,
you
please.
think that the next logical IP is Marvel and not Encanto?
I'm sure Encanto will be there. That's one of the Disney
I
IPs
think
that.
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
I don't think Encanto was big enough to be put into that game.
I think the opposite. I think Encanto's grown to such a size that Encanto will be the next singing thing that will be in that game. So Kingdom Hearts has had a singing thing every single game. 1 and 2 had the Little Mermaid. 3 had Frozen, and I would assume 4 will have Encanto.
Yeah.
I think
Talk
Encanto will make
about
its.
Bruno.
Yeah, I think that'll play a part in there.
Freaking better.
Why I say Marvel though, it is a perfect time to expose Marvel Avengers into Kingdom Hearts. I don't mean the Marvel Avengers game that Square Enix made. I mean just the IP itself into Kingdom Hearts. If we're going to introduce Star Wars and we're getting into the world of realism,
Yeah, I don't like that.
that's the only other logical solution to put in that game. I can't wait for that. If I get to live out the dream of having a lightsaber keyblade and fight Darth Vader with Sora, and then also be one of the Avengers as Sora, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Kingdom Hearts 4. I have no idea what I'm going to do. My children will have to sit and watch the entire game with me. I don't know what else I'm going to do.
Dad, I'm 34. Can we stop watching you play this? No!
If that appears at this Marvel showcase, I would literally have dumpsters full in front of me. Like, more than one dumpster.
Interesting. And in regards to garbage are in those dumpsters, or
No,
No,
those
he's gonna
dumpsters.
have cloned dumpsters.
Yes, cloned dumpsters. I can use them for clones too because of the DNA that's in the
interesting.
dumpsters.
Are you preparing to load something into those dumpsters? That's why you need to clone them. Now it's
lot of
weird how you
DNA.
clone them and you're also putting DNA into them. Interesting. A lot of DNA being used on these dumpsters. A lot of DNA being used and
They
abused.
could
You know what I mean,
easily
Kevin?
find who filled the dumpsters. They could easily find out who filled the dumpsters. My
Are you
DNA
in
is
a
all over the
database?
dumpsters. They can easily find me. I'd just say that.
Are you in a database? I feel like
I'm
you
in-
need to answer that. I feel
I'm
like
not in a
that.
database.
Well,
I'm not in
they
a
can
database.
easily find you.
The
about
FBI
to
could
be.
find me though if they need to.
That certainly sounds like he's in a database. Kevin, weigh in?
He's about to be. I got it.
Okay, cool.
An actual thing
We
for
we interrupt this broadcast. Local woman finds 8 dumpsters filled to the brim with, some would say, a glaze, but since there's no Krispy Kreme factory around here, we can only assume. And anyways, the broadcast ends there.
Oh Lord. An actual thing that I think is going to show up there. I think Spider-Man is going to show up there. If Sony has any sort of what's it called? Any sort
Showcase?
of no presence, yes, at Disney's thing because they have a good relationship with Disney. It's going to be Spider-Man that shows up. The only other thing that I could think would show up would be our first glimpse at like Wolverine or something like that. But I doubt that would be there.
Now, can you see a tease for Spider-Man there?
Yeah, maybe like a quick 20 to 30 second gameplay shot.
If I had to guess, I also think it would be a little sizzle reel. and it would be a
Mhm.
tease, and then that's where the announcement for the showcase would be next week
Tune into PlayStation Showcase to see more of
for an
Spider-Man.
in-depth look at Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
That'd be perfect. Now, going by Sony's past, this won't happen. I still think a showcase is happening next week, but yeah, that would be great.
There's
that
a
would be
lot
ideal.
of things lined up, like for the next couple of days. There's
Yeah.
quite a bit of things
Also,
lined up.
I don't know if we're gonna do rumors, but there was Housemarque gave a presentation, and the PC version of Returnal was running in the background in the presentation. So
I did
the
see
rumors of the Housemarque PC port for Returnal is back again. It was also on
Yeah.
the Nvidia leak that has been proven to be true.
Yeah, I did see that. That was crazy there. Yes.
Destiny, I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who are you referring to?
Sounds like you're sucking up some stuff. What's going on there? You're either interrupting a podcast or making your girlfriend very happy. Which one is it?
I would assume it's the latter.
I would assume it's the
He's
former.
making a ladder happy?
Kevin, you know for a fact that if he was doing that, you'd be like, stepladder, no. Also, in an update, the dumpsters were filled with cum. It's past 12.
Yes.
That's what we were
Dumpsters.
alluding to, in case
Wow.
nobody understood that.
The dumpsters
What?
were full. of them.
Destinoda was like, what's in those dumpsters if it's not Krispy Kreme glaze? So he just started sucking on some stuff, just slurping some, it sounded like he was eating oysters for a second there. Like, what are you slurping on? What does that sound?
I'm not eating anything right now.
What were you slurping on?
I was eating a one of those lava cakes from Domino's.
Oh, dude. I get the
You
cookie
got-
brownie. It's better.
Oh, is it? I haven't
Yeah, 100%.
tried that one.
It's literally like 9 pieces of cookie brownie. It's delicious and I love it. Also, if you get that,
Dang.
microwave it.
Okay.
Microwave me,
Next
daddy.
time.
I get one of those every showcase. So, well, I mean, I won't now because I stopped ordering out. I guess I'd have to
You know-
pick it up.
Embracer Group has Marvel Avengers now.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that until I just read that sentence.
Well, I mean, they own a what's his face?
It's Crystal Dynamics.
Crystal Dynamics.
But then
Yeah.
does Square own the right to that game?
I think they gave that up.
So but they can still, okay, because Disney owns the Marvel IP. They can
Correct.
still put the Avengers into Kingdom Hearts. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
never mind.
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that shouldn't change anything.
I scared myself for nothing, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on, wait a second.
Now,
Um,
is the Black Panther game going to be there? That was rumored.
I would think so. EA, I don't know what the relationship is with Disney nowadays, considering they still do Star Wars games. They're doing a Black Panther game, and I think that's all they're doing, right? That there's nothing else Disney related they're doing right now.
Yeah, it's rumored that they're doing the Black Panther game. We don't know yet.
So we might see the first glimpse of that with the 2023 release date, I'm assuming.
Maybe, hopefully.
Another one that I have that I think might show up, and this is a trend. Nickelodeon's done their Fighters. Warner Brothers has done their Fighters game. I think we're going to see a Disney Fighters game.
No,
I think there's going to be.
I don't
Disney
think they
Fighters
put
game.
I don't think they'd have Disney characters fight.
And they could put a cartoonish. Nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't see them. Like, I don't
Too
see
violent.
I don't see Snow White uppercutting Little Mermaid. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not. Like, Olaf's not gonna come in and drop kick one of the 7 dwarves. Like, it's just not happening. Because they literally just put out that Dream Drop Distance or whatever. Or is that
And
Kingdom Hearts? That's a
that's
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom Hearts.
game.
That's a
What's
Kingdom
that
Hearts game.
Sleep Drop Dream game? That Dream Split.
The one that's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, the Disney one. Isn't it called like Dream Drop something?
No, it's
It's
not.
very
Dream Drop
similar.
Distance.
No, it is Dream something. Dreamscape? No, that's not it.
Dreamscape, I think is what it's close to.
Dreamlight Valley.
There it is.
Yeah, Dream Drop Distance. Good for me for remembering that.
I'm gonna hold on my Disney fighter. I think there's gonna be a Disney fighter.
Hey man,
He's gonna hold.
He's gonna hold. Kevin, as our resident fighter watcher and understander of the community, I would say, out of all of us, what do you think about a Disney fighter happening?
I don't think it's gonna happen at all. Also, hit me. No? Bad blackjack joke? Alright, cool. Thank you. No, I don't think Disney's gonna have a fighter. Especially with Lorcana coming out. Lorcana, however you're supposed to pronounce it, we'll find out. Because like if you're gonna have a trading card game and a fighter both announced at the same time, that's kind of, I don't know, that seems not contradictory. It seems like you're releasing two things into the same market. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Also, I don't know how you would do a Disney fighter. I don't think the character, like, some characters will work out. If you do a lot of villains, it might work out.
Okay,
but, like,
imagine like Darkwing Duck, Jack Skellington, Jack Sparrow, Mr. Incredible.
What the hell? No.
I mean, sure, but all of these are already in Sorcerer's Arena. Which is actually a really fun mobile game.
Mr. Incredible, Frozone, Iron Man.
Also in, I don't know about Iron Man, but also in Sorcerer's Arena, which is also being turned into a board game.
I don't want another Multiverses. I don't want another one. I can't turn on the internet and see that LeBron James is popping in another thing. Like, I just can't.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I can't. Like, every time I read who's coming to what game now, I go, that's gotta be fake. And then I look into it more, and then all of a sudden Desunoto sends it in the group chat. And I go, oh, it's real.
In a Biden hat.
I mean, I don't like, I hate everything that Fortnite has done, where it's like done these stupid crossover things now, where like Dragon Ball
is a new one.
I love what Fortnite has done. I love it so much. I just don't like how everyone else is trying to do it too.
Why do you love what Fortnite has done? Fortnite has ruined Dragon Ball for me.
Because I love the idea of Kratos doing a Kamehameha. I love the idea of there's one game where they can throw a concert and everyone's play. I think as much as I don't play Fortnite, I'm glad it exists because of what it's doing. Because I just love that companies are understanding that they have these brands and it's okay for them to cross over. Like, Kratos and Master Chief are in Fortnite. Like, that's a big thing. That would have never happened 10 years ago.
Yeah,
never.
In there as a
they would have never been
skin.
in the same game unless it was a pre-order and it was console exclusive pre-orders. Like, that's nuts. I find that amazing. Like, Aloy and Genshin Impact, I think, is awesome. Like, all the costumes that have come to Fall Guys, I think, is cool. I just don't want another fighter. I don't want another Nickelodeon one. I don't want another Smash. I don't want another Multiverses. I don't want another Disney one. I don't think a Disney fighter will ever happen. But, especially now, I don't think that's going to happen. But if it happens, Genesis, we owe you something.
It's funny how you're fine with Fortnite when that is the cancer of gaming. But
I disagree that it's the cancer of gaming.
Oh my God, how do you disagree that that's the cancer of gaming?
How is it the cancer of gaming?
Every single stupid crossover is in there that doesn't make any sort of sense. I hate the fact that Kratos is in there and is holding a fucking gun and shooting people. Same thing with Goku. If Sora gets in there, I swear to God, I'm going to light a building on fire.
Okay, and again, why is it cancer?
Because you have the cancer of society also playing it, which is every godforsaken 12-year-old and 30-something-year-old in there.
You're telling me a cancer of society is the young generation growing up?
Yes.
Then why don't you snuff out your daughter right now?
Oh,
Because she wouldn't be the one growing up in that.
Are you kidding me? I already
No.
bought her V-Bucks.
I swear to God, I'll take the V-Bucks and shove them right up your fucking ass. You ever give
Hey
us
man,
V-Bucks?
it's okay if you don't like Fortnite. It's not for me. But also, I respect Fortnite. I respect what it's doing. I think Fortnite is doing something that it's transcending the gaming genre.
It's turning the gaming genre into a joke.
It's turning some games into jokes because those games are blinded and they think, oh, Fortnite's doing it, so we can too. Halo tried to do that. And Halo was like, we cannot support, we have to cut things, we promise, because we can't keep up like Fortnite is keeping up. Fortnite innovates, puts in characters, like, they're hosting episodes of Dragon Ball in Fortnite. So you can sit with friends and watch episodes of Dragon Ball Z. The brand of Dragon Ball is growing because of Fortnite.
I hate this.
You don't hate it.
I hate it.
Hey, just to know that you saw a Dragon Ball movie in theaters. How well did that movie do in theaters?
Really well.
Really well. I wonder why. Is it because it also had the hype of
Fortnite?
I'm just saying, it also had the hype of the Fortnite around it. It's building the brand out, and we talked about this with Sony. You want to get your brand in front of things. That's why they put Aloy and Genshin Impact. Now, so many people know who Aloy is without even playing Horizon, because Genshin Impact is huge.
Hate it.
Hate things as long as you want, man. Is Marvel Midnight Sun's going to be there? And also, I don't think Wolverine's going to be there. I think it's too early.
Yeah, I have a very slight chance that Wolverine could be there, but Marvel Midnight Suns will probably be there. We'll probably have quite a bit of a in-depth of Marvel Midnight Suns, if I have to be honest with you.
Okay. Tease for Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Oh, no. No, that's not going to be there. Nothing Guardians related is going to be there. I'll tell you what. There might be DLC announced for Guardians of the Galaxy that coincides with the holiday special that's supposed to come out.
I really love how you immediately said nothing Guardians will be there, and then I'll tell you what Guardians DLC I could see being there.
I mean, Guardians 2. Sorry, nothing Guardians 2 related would be there.
Got it.
Sorry, I should have corrected my words.
No, you're good. It was really funny.
Yeah. I think Guardians DLC will be there, but nothing Guardians 2. I did read that, like, they want to expand past Guardians as well to go into other things from Marvel and make video games out of that. But Avengers didn't do well. Guardians did okay. Guardians is definitely better than Marvel Avengers. I think I would say that. But then that's also all owned by Embracer Group now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's all Crystal Dynamics. But Square's not going to be the one putting out the next Marvel-esque game. It's going to be Embracer Group.
I mean, they might. We don't. They could put out something Marvel different.
I don't.
I don't think they will, but
I don't think so either. Could. I think they've dipped their hands enough, and they're like, we don't want to do this anymore.
Right. Kevin or Destinoti, you got anything Marvel you think are going to be there? You got any predictions? You got any Disney things or?
Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's about it.
There's a rumor going around that Disney is testing out some sort of membership service similar to Amazon Prime is. That may get announced at this showcase, D23 with Marvel Showcase.
What would it be a membership to?
So there was some early testing that got talked about in like what the hell was it? Is it the Bloomberg? No. What the hell's the what's the news firm that talks about this shit?
I mean, Bloomberg is one that would talk about it.
Maybe it was Bloomberg then. It was early phases of testing of a Disney Prime type of membership where you'd get discounts on Disney merchandise, trips, things like that. With Disney Plus, you'd have that included in their streaming and other things. I think something like that might get announced at D23, where it's like an all-in-one membership. You get free shipping on like Disney.com. You get Disney Plus include special perks and discounts to the Disney parks and things like that. Things like that.
This is too big.
Make it bigger.
No.
Yeah, buy more. I want it
I
bigger.
should have never been able to buy 20th Century Fox, but whatever.
Do it. Buy more.
No.
Yes. Buy more. When I went to Universal, I laughed at the Marvel section that they had because I don't understand how they're keeping that as of right now. Eventually they'll have to get rid of it, I'm assuming. Because Captain America, Hulk, Spider-Man, Iron Man, they're all there. I'm like, Disney owns all this. I'm assuming they can have that.
I think there's something. They might not own the theme park rides for some years still.
Yeah, I think they have a contract to ride out with.
Because Disney bought Marvel, but at the same time, Marvel sold off a bunch of before they were bought by Disney. So they might not own those rides for maybe a lot of years. And also, I wouldn't assume that they would take those out. I would just assume they would just let them go until like they're in disrepair, and then they're like, okay, we're not renewing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Kevin, you got anything to add?
No.
Okay.
Cool.
I do want to talk about the Ubisoft Forward as well.
Pourquoi?
Because Ubisoft Forward's happening. Apparently,
Ubisoft's gonna be there.
No, not a Disney thing.
No, at the Ubisoft Forward, I mean.
Oh, I don't think they're going to be there at all.
No.
Ubisoft wouldn't be there. But let me tell you, Ubisoft's going to announce Assassin's Creed Mirage, the 40 Thieves Quest.
I don't like that subtitle. I'm supposed to announce that.
Apparently it's already been leaked.
Are you talking about that tweet I just sent?
Is it the one you sent?
I mean, I sent a tweet earlier.
I don't know.
Jason Schreier, rumors true, Ubisoft plans to announce several Assassin's Creed games on Saturday, including the 2 main games in
Yeah, he said the one is
set in
on
Japan and Neo Hex set amongst the witch trials of the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah, but then this one actually had the title with it, the one I'm reading off of the gaming leaks and rumors. The 40 Thieves. It's a DLC apparently, so I don't know if it's actually for Valhalla or is it for the new Assassin's Creed game they're announcing.
Well, the Mirage started as a DLC for Valhalla, and then they thought it grew too big, so they decided to make it into its own game. And also, apparently, it gets rid of the RPG mechanics.
Yes.
There's also the rumor of an Assassin's Creed remake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. This Ubisoft Forward, is it going to be 40 minutes of Assassin's Creed? Because if it is, I'm gonna have a good time. And also, I'm gonna be very disappointed no matter what happens, because that's Ubisoft formula.
First, fuck you. Second of all,
Fair. We'll let that one slide.
Probably released in 2023 spring. Multiple cities separated by desert, like the Kingdom of AC1. The game will return to basics. Several RPG elements removed. No more dialogue choices, no gender choice, and no more level system. Eagle Vision is back, but so is the drone bird. Basim will be able to use the string dagger to eliminate his opponents.
Basim?
Basim.
Basim.
Basim is the correct pronunciation, I believe, of how the original people would say it. But how are you saying it?
He calls himself Basim.
Basim. Ew. There will be visions of Loki for how Loki manifested into Basim's body and consumed him. Ubisoft is secretly preparing the remake of AC1 based on Rift/Mirage's work. They will reuse a large portion of the assets. AC1 remake should be integrated into the Season Pass, which will also include DLC in Constantinople when Basim meets Sigurd. It will release a few months later.
What?
Ubisoft will unveil the future of Assassin's Creed on September 10th during Ubisoft Forward. This is all rumors. I'm combining rumors in this topic right now because I'm talking a lot about rumors here.
Wait.
And Jason replies to this tweet. This is what he's referring to when you sent that tweet. He's saying that some of this information is true.
Yeah. Repeat the Constantinople part.
So it says, AC1 Remake should be integrated into a season pass, which will include DLC in Constantinople. When Basim meets Sigurd, it will be released a few months later.
Why would? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I thought that was related to the Assassin's Creed 1.
I care nothing about this, just so you know.
Because the timeline doesn't work out for that, right? As far as I'm aware.
I don't think so. If I'm going off base of the original AC games, no. Isn't that like 11?
Yeah, it's 1100 something.
1100 something,
Yeah,
1101, 1105.
The first Assassin's Creed. I mean, I guess, because it could be like in the 1200s.
The game will take place between 860 and 870 in Baghdad during the Anarchy in Samarra.
What?
That's what it says.
How does it connect to the first Assassin's Creed? And also, Basim. That timeline's fucked. Oh, that timeline's fucked. Unless I'm missing something, that timeline's fucked.
We will play Basim in his youth as a thief until he arrived at the Hidden Ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, when did Assassin's Creed Valhalla take place? That was the late 800s, I think. So yeah, I guess this works out. Yeah, okay. So he plays Basim, and then I don't know how the hell he'll get. I don't know how one connects. It's just weird because for a second I got confused because in Revelations you're in Constantinople. Because Ezio goes there. That's where he learns to do the hook thing.
Yeah. Currently, the game does not have modern day, except for a small scene where we see Basim entering the Animus.
That makes sense since he's there.
Mm-hmm.
First time a man from the past is in the future or in the present day.
Whoa.
I don't understand how any of that works, but okay.
He went into the Animus in the past, and he was in Valhalla, basically.
How the hell did an Animus exist in the past?
Because it was the old one's technology. Because Basim is a reincarnation of Loki, who's a reincarnation of the one god that's in love with the one god that's evil. I don't remember all the Greek gods.
I'm so glad we went from the Assassins versus Templars to Greek gods, Loki.
Hey, first of all, it's always been the gods. If you remember the first Assassin's Creed,
yes, Minerva and what's her name, Juno, and
still about them.
But it was more. Yeah, I don't know.
But then you realize that they've taken different forms of deity over the years. So, and Loki has been reborn, and he's Basim, and Basim tried to kill the Valhalla guy, and then he got stuck in an Animus. And then Layla in present day went down to that Animus, released Basim, and Basim put her in that. But then, as she went in that, she met the light librarian, who is Desmond, because it's the essence of Desmond, who's trying to figure out what's going on currently.
People talk about the Kingdom Hearts storyline, and you have this.
Hey, you once told me the Kingdom Hearts storyline, and then I looked up a video because you told me to, and everything you said was wrong. So, I just want you
Where-
to know that. You just shut your mouth. Why don't we just agree that both stories are ridiculous and complicated because they've had too many games in a short amount of time?
You know what I'll agree on? That Assassin's Creed is still ass.
It's two
That's
asses.
what I'll agree on.
It's ass.
Yes,
Kevin agrees.
absolutely. Kevin agrees with anything that
Kevin,
has
do you
ass.
agree that Assassin's Creed is double cheeked?
Oh,
Kevin fell asleep.
gone.
Kevin is dead. Yeah, so there's apparently going to be like 5 different Assassin's Creed projects being talked
Can't
about
wait.
on Saturday.
Can't wait.
Valhalla DLC, Codename Red, Codename Jade, Codename Hex, and then Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I can't wait for what's that boat game? It's coming out the day before God of War.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, same day as Sonic Frontiers. That game is not going to sell as much as Sonic Frontiers, and also then not sell as much as God of War. Why are they putting that out that day?
Because Ubisoft is stupid.
That's got to move, right? That's got to move. There's no way it stays there, right? Or are they
It'll
just
stay.
are they just biting the bullet and putting it out?
It'll stay.
Okay.
Square Enix was smart. They're like, we'll move Forspoken. Throw it into January. Can't compete with God of War.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna buy it though.
Skull and Bones, yeah. You're a big pirate ship fan.
No. Shut up.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you heard that he's a big pirate ship fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was I a big pirate ship fan? I was only a big pirate ship fan for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I don't know why.
This one Ubisoft game.
It wasn't. No. Stop.
I remember you saying, I can't wait for November, and me being like, yeah, God of War, and you being like, no, Skull and Bones. What's God of War? And then I had to remind you what God of War was, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, my love for Skull and Bones blinded me. It's a real conversation we had.
That was a weird conversation. And with that, I'm going to end with that weird conversation and also end the podcast. So it's been a great time. Thanks, everybody, for joining Crafting a Chat tonight. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Probably have some stuff to talk about, all the different showcases that popped up over this weekend. Hopefully with better news of a PlayStation showcase next week as well.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
And we'll see you same time, same place. Twitch.tv/craftingachat, youtube.com/starting2 R's. We'll see you next week, guys. Everybody take care and continue banging whatever you're banging. Have a nice night, guys.
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on this thing all day. I fell off a roof, but thank God I landed in this dumpster. Oh my God, what the fuck's in this? Ah! I'm covered in